If you aspire to be featured on the PIC TV studio projects and potentially become the next big star in the entertainment industry, do not hesitate to reach out at 202-505-2837 or watchpictv.com. As a part of the People's Investment Channels, PIC TV is accessible on Roku TV and various social media platforms worldwide. Under the leadership of Dr. David Evans, the president of PIC TV, this initiative aims to provide a platform for aspiring talents to shine bright in the limelight of the global audience.
The success story of the PIC TV network truly began with a heartbreaking moment, as Dr. David Evans lost his beloved sister Brenda in August 2020. Despite the pain of her passing, he was inspired to create a platform that would honor her legacy. Fast forward 4 years, and PIC TV has flourished beyond anyone's expectations. With TV commercials, original shows, short films, and movies, the network has captured the hearts of viewers worldwide. Dr. Evans's vision has attracted 24 talented business managers from across the globe, and PIC TV now boasts media coverage at major events, exclusive interviews with celebrities, and a strong presence on Roku TV and various social media platforms. As we celebrate the anniversary of this incredible journey, it's clear that Brenda's light continues to shine brightly from above, guiding PIC TV to even greater heights under the leadership of Dr. David Evans, the dedicated president and founder.
Hey friend, did you hear the fantastic, amazing news? Congratulations to the PIC TV network and Dr. David Evans on their 5th anniversary celebration happening this Black Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join the virtual...
Hey everybody, this is David Evans, President of PIC TV Network. We're so happy for all the wonderful people who are watching our shows and programs right now. Yes, we have already had our anniversary and we're celebrating a special night in history as we remember the Right Reverend Jesse Jackson. My good friend and brother O is going to come on from Chicago with me to talk about the life and legacy of the Reverend Dr. Jesse Jackson, who touched the world with his gift, who blessed people from all walks of life, and we will never forget what he has done to make the world a better place. And we're going to dedicate this program on the PIC TV network to Reverend Jackson's family and everybody who's watching right now. We're excited about that. Brother O was just with me in the studio. It's amazing that we can go back in time in history and see somebody who, when we were young, grew up fighting for our rights, fighting that we may have a right to eat at the same restaurant, go to the same bathroom, drink from the same fountain. He was fighting for us to have equal rights, to have good jobs, you know, and to be here and to do what he done throughout his lifespan is just amazing blessing. So we're excited about this presentation tonight that you guys are watching, or wherever you're watching around the world. We're going to play some segments and tell somebody we're on. You can watch us right now on the PIC TV network, on Roku channel 1000, or you can watch us on YouTube right now on the PIC TV network. We see people coming in already. Thank you for popping in. I know Brother O is working to get the audience popping where he's at in Chicago. I can't wait till he come on with me. We're going to talk about the Right Reverend Jesse Jackson fighting for our rights, and he gave his life to do some positive things for us, and we want to thank God for his life, his legacy, and PIC TV network. This has to be an amazing time in history because it's Black History Month, and for him to take his flight and go to heaven on this Black History Month 2026, we will never forget. So we got a special segments we're going to be playing, and we're going to be coming back right after this.
Jesse Jackson is the figure who probably most represents the transition from civil rights politics to electoral politics for African Americans.
Jesse Jackson was born in Greenville, South Carolina on October 8, 1941.
Riding the back of a bus, having black and white water fountains, not being able to eat in a restaurant with white people. He saw those injustices, and I think it is a lesson that he never forgot his entire life.
In high school, he was class president and a football star. He went on to the Agricultural and Technical College of North Carolina.
Jackson met his wife, Lavinia Brown, while he was in college. The couple married in 1962. Jackson and his wife had 5 children together.
Jackson earned a sociology degree in 1964.
And he excelled, but there were demonstrations, there were marches, there were protests. He was caught up in that movement.
After college, Jackson went to work with Dr. Martin Luther King's Southern Christian Leadership Conference.
He joined him in Selma, Alabama on that horrific march and clash with the police.
He was with King when King was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee at the Lorraine Motel.
After King's assassination in April 1968, Jackson split from the SCLC leadership. He moved to Chicago and in 1971 formed Operation Push.
To make sure that white store owners in the black community did their part of hiring black clerks. You're going to either hire some African Americans in your store or we're going to have a boycott. And he did that, and it was quite effective.
Jackson's efforts generated national and international headlines, and in 1979 he traveled to South Africa to speak out against apartheid.
And Jesse Jackson came to Israel to support the Palestinian cause. He starts using the same phrases he used in the United States. I am somebody. Say it with me. I am somebody. And they're repeating this in Arabic.
In 1984, he formed the Rainbow Coalition to fight for equal rights for everyone. That group later merged with Operation Push. That same year, Jackson ran for president. He came in third in the Democratic primaries. Then in 1988, he ran and lost again.
He told me, he says, I know I'll never get elected president. I know it's not possible for a black man to get elected president. And of course, that wasn't true.
When the returns came in 2008 and Obama was on the stage, there were shots of Jackson with tears in his eyes.
Jackson is a Baptist minister and civil rights leader who continues to fight for equality. His oldest son, Jesse Jackson Jr., served in the U.S. House of Representatives.
The friend of the downtrodden, friend of African Americans, and that's the role he's played. He is always there. When there's trouble, Jesse's going to come.
Mark Twain is now thought of as America's first celebrity because he was so good at capturing the public imagination, and it became important to him to have a public image.
It's amazing to see the contributions of Jesse Jackson, what he meant to our world, what he meant to our community, what he meant to our society, what he meant to our people. He is gone but never forgotten. His life and legacy will live on. And I want to give a lot of love out to everybody, man, on social media who flooding the airwaves and the social media world with the wonderful words and the wonderful kindness of Jesse
was at the
Jackson.
Lorraine Motel in Memphis the night Dr. King was assassinated. He was standing in the courtyard and was among the first to reach him after that fatal shot was fired. He founded Operation Push, dedicated to improving the economic status of African Americans and disadvantaged groups. A trailblazer and two-time presidential candidate, he ran for the Democratic nomination in 1984 and 1988. His Rainbow Coalition was designed to form a diverse alliance of African Americans, Latinos, Asian Americans, Native Americans, women, and the LGBTQ community.
Rev. Jackson was visibly moved to tears when President Obama was first elected in 2008. The realization of his lifelong work and unparalleled victory of the civil rights movement.
His life was dedicated to civil rights during some of America's most turbulent times. A legacy of steadfast activism, giving a voice to millions and helping reshape the American landscape. Here's ABC's Pierre Thomas with a look back at Jackson's life.
All of his life, the Rev.Jesse Jackson preaching, exhorting, demanding justice in a quest to help his people and nation overcome.
We ain't the bottom, we the foundation.
Always marching, civil rights nonviolent soldier. There he was, shoulder to shoulder with Martin Luther King Jr. after witnessing the beatings of Bloody Sunday on television. Jackson eventually became one of the top lieutenants in the critical Southern Christian Leadership Conference, which challenged the Jim Crow South's withering oppression. A witness to history, he was there on that fateful April evening when King was struck down by an assassin's bullet.
I tried to feel his head, and I asked him, I said, Dr. King, do you hear me? Dr. King, do you hear me? And he didn't say anything.
After a leadership struggle with King's successor, Reverend Ralph Abernathy, Jackson split from the SCLC and formed a new organization, People United to Save Humanity, PUSH.
Black, beautiful.
After Dr. King, I don't think anyone captured the spirit of America like Reverend Jackson, and he took the movement north. I think Jesse Jackson was the link from that generation of King and them all the way to my generation, and then the generation behind me.
The first wave of the civil rights movement had succeeded in breaking down significant barriers, but Jackson's primary focus was on economic empowerment.
We know that we're worthy of respect and protection, but nobody really knows our name, and so we're really still struggling.
He broke boundaries in politics, twice running for president, first in 1984 under the banner of a rainbow coalition.
Our flag is red, white, and blue, but our nation is rainbow. Red, yellow, brown, black, and white, we're all precious in God's sight.
In 1988, he was, for a time, the Democratic Party's frontrunner for the presidential nomination, winning 11 primaries and caucuses before eventually losing the nomination to Massachusetts Governor Michael Dukakis.
I'd rather go down in the stirring fight than drowse to death at the sheltered shore.
Jackson also took on the role of freelance international negotiator, meeting with some of the world's most brutal tyrants.
Overseas, the American black activist Jesse Jackson has become an intermediary in the Middle East.
In 1984, he met with Syria's Hafez al-Assad.
Goodman and the Reverend Jackson arrived at Andrews Air Force Base,
securing the release of downed American naval officer Lieutenant Robert Goodman. In 1990, he held talks with Saddam Hussein to free foreign nationals being held in Iraq as human shields. And in 1999, he went behind enemy lines again to meet with Slobodan Milosevic to negotiate the return of 3 American prisoners of war. At times, he was a spiritual advisor, counseling President Clinton in his darkest hour, facing impeachment over a sex scandal. But Jackson had his own moments where he fell far short of what he had championed. In the mid-1980s, facing controversy for allegedly making a highly offensive remark about the Jewish community.
I deny, and I do not recall ever making such a statement in any context that would be remotely construed as being either anti-Semitic or anti-Israel. However innocent and unintended, it was insensitive and wrong.
And as an ordained minister, having to admit in 2001, he had fathered a child after an affair with a former staffer. Although somewhat diminished, Jackson leaned in on his faith of forgiveness and redemption and kept fighting, keeping his eyes on the prize. He saw one of his hopes realized on election night in 2008 in Chicago's Grant Park.
America, I have never been more hopeful than I am tonight that we will get there.
He wept as President-elect Barack Obama delivered his victory speech. In recent years, the effects of age and a long illness had slowed his gait, but not his spirit. After the conviction of Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin for the killing of George Floyd, Jackson made it a point to be there in Minneapolis. Through it all, Jackson's faith and hope in what America could be endured.
America will get better and better. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. I love you very much.
You know, I'm going to bring Brother O up. You know, when I see this, Brother O, man, I want to thank you for being on with me today, man, and being my right-hand man. Always there with me, Brother O. When you think about Reverend Jackson, man, and hearing about him coming to your city, Chicago, and I'm happy Chicago is representing tonight, man. Um, Talk about how you feel, man, about the life and legacy of Reverend Jackson, Brother O.
So I was just at Rainbow Push Thursday.
Wow.
I was just there. We were watching a movie by a woman named Valerie Goodlow. And it was about gun violence in Chicago. So I went into the area where they like sell a lot of memorabilia. And I saw a lot of stuff, a lot of books, shirts, coffee mugs with his name on it or his image on it. And so to just hear that he passed almost right after that is kind of like surreal.
Wow.
There's a little feedback too. It's delayed.
Yeah. We good on my end. But so Reverend Jackson, man, Chicago, being there, coming from Greenville, South Carolina, Chicago, and for what he's fighting for is what you think. Same thing is for gun against gun violence, man, and trying to bring us to a place that we can all live together better in our world and make our world a better place, man. And can you talk about that, Brother? Oh, how those changes must be done, man. And Dr. King was fighting for them.
Yeah.
I mean,
the relationship that Dr. King had with Chicago. When he came to Chicago, he had experienced racism here that he said was so bad that the racists were out. And he was being facetious when he said it, but he said that the racists in the Jim Crow South could learn a thing or two about hate from the racists in the North. And also he stayed in an apartment here on the west side of Chicago. He actually lived there. Because he was talking about the poor housing condition in Chicago. So he didn't just want to be the person who was coming here and talking about the conditions. He actually resided here for a while to show that he was with the people of Chicago. He wasn't just talking. Another thing that a lot of people don't know about Dr. King, and there's actually a photo of Dr. King playing pool. What Dr. King did was he wanted to have the gang members to be part of the movement. And so he made a wager with the vice lords of the west side of Chicago. He played them in a game of pool. And if he won, then those guys, they had to be part of the movement. They had to march with him. And so they were thinking Dr. King was this country bumpkin guy that they could get over on. And Dr. King showed them that he was very good at pool, and he beat those guys. He beat those guys. So that connection with the civil rights movement and Dr. King in Chicago is very strong. He visited Chicago several times, but then so Jesse Jackson as well, because Jesse Jackson was so close to Dr. King, and for him to establish Rainbow Push right here in Chicago, and it still was his was his home up until his death. It speaks volumes. I actually had a chance to speak Reverend Jackson at a funeral. I don't remember the date. So when I was in prison, a woman named Queen Mother Helen Sinclair, she had a prison ministry, which was a branch of the Rainbow Push organization. Rainbow Push Coalition. So she used to come to the prison where I was at once a month. And so I was actually able to hone my poetry performance skills once she came to the prison once a month, because she implemented me or incorporated me in her program once she visited the prison. So once a month she would have me come up and she would recite a poem. So I had a poem written and ready to perform every time when she came, and it usually would go along with the theme. Like if it was Black History Month, or if it was around a certain person's birthday. I remember Nelson Mandela had passed, so I had written a poem to pay homage to Nelson Mandela. And so she was, I believe, either 103 or 104 when she passed. And she always talked about Reverend Jackson. She loved Reverend Jackson. And she loved him so much that when she passed, Reverend Jackson was in the front row. And he couldn't speak. His son came and he spoke for him. But he couldn't, he wasn't able to speak, but he was in a wheelchair right there. And I had the honor and privilege of being able to recite a poem because the family had, and that was an honor. The fact that Miss Sinclair's family, who are residing in Florida, they called me. And they told me that they were like, "Hey, Mama passed. We're gonna be coming up there, and we want you to recite a poem at her funeral."
Wow.
Now, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know Jesse Jackson was going to be there. I knew Jesse Jackson was very close to her, but I had never met him. And so the whole thing was surreal. Coming to the funeral and seeing all those people that loved her. A lot of those people were members of or somehow connected to Rainbow Push and Jesse Jackson. To have Jesse there, to have his son and there, and then to be able to speak, to recite a poem that I created for Miss Sinclair, and have Reverend Jackson right there. It's surreal. I still think about it. I have a video. I'll show it to you one day. So for me, that personal connection with someone that I knew that was very influential, has a meaning to me.
Yeah, and to see his life not only in the Black community, but for all people, man, to go out there to live through the times of segregation, and also to be in a place where you couldn't eat at the same restaurant. We couldn't, go to the same bathroom. We couldn't, work at the same in places and go to the same schools. And to fight for that, and to see his dream come through through Barack Obama being president, and tears come out of his eyes because of he sees a timeline that did happen. It did happen. What is the climate like in Chicago, man? I know, I know it's cold, but tell us, man, how's the vibe down there, man?
Well, actually warm here. It's like it was like 60 degrees as far as the weather is concerned. I haven't really had a
Wow.
chance to talk to people about Reverend Jackson.
Reverend Jackson.
So I really can't comment on that. I know that there were people who were opposed to it, but I haven't really had a chance, and that's because I've been just very busy doing a lot of work. But well, I haven't really had a chance to talk to people about it.
Right. But look
But
at
I
this
know that
picture
there's
right
been
here,
a
brother.
lot of
O.
posting and tweeting.
Yeah. Look at this picture, brother. Oh, you see Dr. King speaking. All of them had to be in their 30s, man. And then Reverend Jackson right beside them. I mean, can you imagine that moment, bro? Oh,
Yeah.
I think that
a lot of us don't realize the magnitude of what they were doing, and what they were trying to accomplish in the face of such adversity. I don't think we quite understand that because we see it in retrospect.
Yeah.
But right now, what's happening in our country, we're beginning to get a taste of it, a glimpse of it.
Yeah.
And it looks like there are going to be some similar sacrifice. Maybe not the loss of life, and there have some lives have been lost. But maybe some people are going to, may have to go to jail. There are going to be some sacrifices.
He was there on that fateful April evening when King was struck down by an assassin's bullet.
I'm sorry, but oh, come on back.
Yeah, there may have to be some sacrifices. Because a lot of our progress now is being challenged, and there's a pushback against our community, and some of the gains that we've made, but then also some of the things that we're asking for that we still haven't received.
Yeah.
And so in order to get that, we have to take on that mantle.
Yeah. Yeah. We have to, man. And to keep his legacy alive, what he fought for, and to be in 2026 and to go forward, man. Being in Black History Month, I wanted to talk about that, brother. Oh, him passing away in this month, out of all the months in a year, in this month, Black History Month, he has to go down with one of the greatest of all times, man. You're talking about Rosa Parks, Charles Drew, Frederick Douglass. You're talking about people who paved the way, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. You're talking about the greatest of the greatest, man. You have to put a place in there for the Reverend Jesse Jackson. What do you think, Brother O?
So after Dr. King passed, right here in the United States, I would have to say that Jesse Jackson was the most recognized figure when it comes to civil rights, specifically for Black people.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can't think of anyone else.
Yeah.
That was on that level of recognition.
Yeah. He paved the way, man. And he was faithful to his commitment to serve people in the community. He was faithful, man, and walking across the bridges, man, and being beaten and seeing us out there. Segregation is morally wrong. You had to being out there to see it, like you said, brother. I don't think we understand what our ancestors went through. My mother is passed away. My father passed away. Thank God your mom is still alive. But I don't think we understand, man, everything that they went through to wake up and to be looked down upon because of the color of your skin, and not to be able to have equal rights, and to be in a position where you couldn't go down certain streets at nights or in certain neighborhoods because in fear of your life. Brother, can you remember, man, when Dr. King was assassinated? I remember my mom and pop told me to get under the bed, man. I was like 10, 11 years old. I don't know if you can you go back that far, Brother O?
Nah. My mother was a little girl.
My mother was a little girl. So,
Yeah. You can't. That was before your time, man. Right?
Yeah, it was before my time. But what I would like to say is this.
What I would like to say is this.
Certain parts of Chicago. Once King was assassinated, and there were the riots. Certain parts of Chicago have not recovered. Like they have not been rebuilt. And so you can see the remnants of the riots after Dr. King got assassinated in the black community because they never invested in those places after the riots.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And to know what he had stood for, I want to just speak to that. What he had stood for with Push. And I remember, man, I was young, man, just coming out of high school. The late great Murray Berry was the mayor of Washington D.C. at that time, fighting for us to have jobs, man, to come out of high school, because those in 1981, and to know I had a summer job. It changed my life. It gave me a shot, man. And I felt so a part of the community, to be productive in society, to do something, because people like Reverend Jackson was fighting for that, man. He was fighting for young people. When I was 17, 18 years old, he was fighting for positive change, man. And I'm just so humbly blessed, man, because somebody paved the way for us, Brother O. And can you talk about, because you from Chicago, man, I want to get into this for a minute. Him fighting for people in the crime to go down and equal rights. Can you elaborate on that for a minute, Brother O? Because you always out there, man. You always on the front line.
So his slogan, the chant, "I am somebody." That's important. And it sounds like just something that he says, and I am somebody, but self-esteem, pride. Those things are very important for people who have been oppressed, marginalized, who've been told that they are inferior, and also the message has been sent out to the rest of the world that this group is inferior. Mm-hmm. So even that chant, that mantra of "I am somebody" is important.
Yeah.
And "Keep Hope Alive" is another one.
Oh man, that's
when I think about Jesse Jackson, "Keep Hope Alive," and that's important because in the work that I do, and I talk to a lot of these groups, and when we talk about building a beloved community, I hear in their voices that they feel hopeless. That hope isn't alive. And so when I'm talking to them, I have to try to give them a reason to have hope in the midst of a lot of oppression and deprivation. So I teach them because what I'm teaching them, when I'm teaching them about our history, when I'm teaching them about the three evils of racism, poverty, and militarism, it's tapping into a dark part of our history here in the United States.
Yeah.
And how violence has been inflicted upon our community. There's been a war on our people since we've been transported onto this land. And it has not stopped up until this very time right now. And so I'm educating them on all these things. And it's very exhausting sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
For them to take all of that in.
Yeah.
And in the end, I have to try to encourage them and leave them with a spirit of hope. That it can be changed. That all of these things that I've brought to them, that I presented to them, I presented to them because I feel like it's necessary for them to understand the depths of this, this war that has been waged upon them, and that they're involved in from birth, from conception. Whether they like it or not, you are involved in this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, yeah, for me, it's I have to leave them with that feeling of hope.
Yeah.
And that it's not in vain. And that they should take on the mantle of their predecessors, their ancestors. But it all starts with pride. I am somebody. And if you truly believe that, then you're not going, and this goes to what Dr. King said in one of his speeches, do not allow this to take your manhood.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And to Brother O, running for president 1984, do you think he paved the way for Barack Obama? Do you think, because he was very, very, man, teared up on that night, man, because he knows how it is to be on that stage to debate and to speak on behalf of us African Americans. Do you think he paved the way, brother, or just made a path for the opportunity for Barack Obama?
I don't want to use the word pave the way, but I want to say that he showed what was possible.
Okay, that's good.
For him to make it that far, to be considered a serious candidate. He showed what was possible. And we're talking about that. We're talking about the 80s. We're talking about the 80s now. And so like 20 years later, about 20 years later, something like that, when Barack Obama was actually able to be successful in his campaign. But yeah, I think that I wouldn't say he paved the way, but his campaign showed what was possible.
Yeah, and that's a wisdom answer right there, but to know that both of them in the same room, man, to see both of them in the same room in Chicago, man. I gotta give y'all a lot of love out there, man. What's up with the Chicago move like that, man? You got two political great power leaders of the world, man, from your place, from the Windy City, man.
Well, then don't forget Farrakhan. This is Farrakhan's home.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of leaders, great figures here. Father Michael Fleger.
Father Michael
If
Fleger.
you know who he is.
Okay.
If you know who he is.
We have an array of activists right here in Chicago.
Right here in Chicago.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And how proud of you, brother O, being a black man, man. You know, I'm a baby boomer, man. You younger than me. You in the next generation. Is the crime rate lower now? How is the climate in Chicago with the crime, man? Do you see a difference? Is there a change? I know a lot of people talk about ICE and all this other stuff, but how is it? And I'm gonna tell you what's popping in DC.
So last year
we
had our lowest numbers
in
maybe 60 years or something like that.
It was
50 or 60 years. It was very low as far as the homicide are concerned. But social media, what it does is it allows us to see things that we weren't able to see before. So it seems like it's always coming at you because everybody has a phone.
Right.
I'll say this: in 1992, there were almost 1,000 homicides in Chicago.
Jesus.
But it wasn't talked about as much because you didn't have social media. This year we didn't have anything close to that.
Wow.
I can actually come up with the data for you to give you some context.
And what about the homeless rate down there, brother? Oh, we know there's still in DC. I mean, they put the homeless out of our city, man. What about the homeless down there in Chicago, brother? Oh.
Yes, we still have a huge poverty and homelessness problem here. So I want to give you the numbers. So in 2025, Chicago recorded 416 homicides, which was marking a nearly 30% decline from 2024, and the lowest since 1965. So when you see and hear all of this stuff on social media, that's because it's social media.
Right.
And the algorithm is flooding you with all of this violence, but the data is what it is.
Right.
And that a lot of that is attributed to community violence intervention workers, people that are in the field that I'm in, mental health professionals, educators and activists in the community that are trying to do whatever it is that they can to try to steer people away from reacting violently. And to look at the funding being cut towards these programs that have contributed to the decline in the violence. It is kind of, I don't know, it's almost discouraging in a sense because what it's saying is that the people who are in power that are making these decisions are trying to I guess stunt or stifle the progress that is being made in our city.
Yeah.
From these programs that our people are involved in. They're trying to reduce the violence. It has been working. Is it perfect? Of course not. But let's look at America. The foundation of America is violence. And so when Dr. King said that he feared that he had, led his people into a burning house, well, he was talking about the immorality that was prevalent in our society right here in America. And the violence, the culture of violence that is in the root of this nation. That's what he was talking about when he said that he feared that he was leading his people into a burning house.
Yeah. We're going to take a break right here, folks. We're watching a special presentation today. Brother O is on with me from Chicago, and I'm here today. It's a special presentation where we're remembering the life, the legacy, and the wonderful contributions to the world of the great and amazing, wonderful, powerful leader that we all love so much, and Rev.Jesse Jackson. We're going to take a break. We're going to come right back, and we're going to share some more information. You can still tune in with us, me and Brother O, pushing these buttons to get some people to come in and watch us live on YouTube. Pick TV Spotlight on YouTube, and you can chat in. We'll see your chats. You can say something beautiful. We'll put it on the monitor right now. Tune in right now. This way you see the numbers popping up. Chat in. If you're on YouTube, Pick TV Spotlight or the Pick TV Network, or watching us on Roku, or you're watching us on Facebook, put in the chat so we can hear some beautiful things that you'll be seeing. And we're honoring on Pick TV Network the Rev.Jesse
figure
Jackson.
Probably most represents the transition from civil rights politics to electoral politics for African Americans.
Jesse Jackson was born in Greenville, South Carolina on October 8, 1941.
Riding the back of a bus, having black and white water fountains, not being able to eat in a restaurant with white people. He saw those injustices, and I think it is a lesson that he never forgot his entire life.
In high school, he was class president and a football star. He went on to the Agricultural and Technical College of North Carolina.
Jackson met his wife, Lavinia Brown, while he was in college. The couple married in 1962. Jackson and his wife had 5 children together.
Jackson earned a sociology degree in 1964.
And he excelled, but there were demonstrations, there were marches, there were protests. He was caught up in that movement.
After college, Jackson went to work with Dr. Martin Luther King's Southern Christian Leadership Conference.
He joined him in Selma, Alabama on that horrific march and clash with the police.
He was with King when King was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee at the Lorraine Motel.
After King's assassination in April 1968, Jackson split from the SCLC leadership. He moved to Chicago and in 1971 formed Operation Push.
To make sure that white store owners in the black community did their part of hiring black clerks. You're going to either hire some African Americans in your store or we're going to have a boycott. And he did that, and it was quite effective.
Jackson's efforts generated national and international headlines, and in 1979 he traveled to South Africa to speak out against apartheid.
And Jesse Jackson came to Israel to support the Palestinian cause. He starts using the same phrases he used in the United States. I am somebody. Say it with me. I am somebody. And they're repeating this in Arabic.
In 1984, he formed the Rainbow Coalition to fight for equal rights for everyone. That group later merged with Operation Push. That same year, Jackson ran for president. He came in third in the Democratic primaries. Then in 1988, he ran and lost again.
He told me, he says, I know I'll never get elected president. I know it's not possible for a black man to get elected president. And of course, that wasn't true.
When the returns came in 2008 and Obama was on the stage, there were shots of Jackson with tears in his eyes.
Jackson is a Baptist minister and civil rights leader who continues to fight for equality. His oldest son, Jesse Jackson Jr., served in the U.S. House of Representatives.
The friend of the downtrodden, friend of African Americans, and that's the role he's played. He is always there. When there's trouble, Jesse's going to come.
there, but I'm bringing Brother O back on. Brother O, when you hear the stories of his timeline, of how he came from down north, South Carolina, North Carolina to come to do the Rainbow Push and to be with Dr. King and to make political moves, and still be there for the people, man. To be there, even you said yourself, man, you was at the funeral, to always be there for the people. And even when George Floyd passed away, he found a way to still keep fighting, man, to keep fighting. It was in his blood, Brother O.
Yeah. And when you are like a freedom fighter,
yeah,
your work is never done. Once you accept that role, once you embrace that role and take on that mantle, your work's never done. There's a saying that an injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. So you never rest. That's the reality. You don't rest until your breath is out of your body. From all the people that I know, Mother Helen Sinclair that I was telling you about. Jesse Jackson. So many people that I know that are alive right now who are, they've been fighting or been freedom fighters for many years. Their work is not going to be done until their breath is out of their body.
Yeah. The impact of Dr. King being with him, Brother O, and being with Dr. King.
Three of us said, and I asked him, I said, Dr. King, do you hear me? Dr. King, do you hear me? And he didn't say anything.
After a leadership struggle with King's successor, Reverend Ralph Abernathy, Jackson split from the SCLC and formed a new organization, People United to Save Humanity. Push.
Brother O, People United to Save Humanity. Push. People United to Save Humanity. Push. I bet you some people didn't even know what that meant, Brother O.
Right. Yeah. Because people just they see rainbow push, but it speaks volumes. Even today, with what's going on, with the people being united against what's going on with this current administration. With the use of militarism, people are being united to try to save the freedoms and liberty of our democracy.
Yeah.
And it's bigger than just migrants and wanting to deport them. This is something that's bigger, and that's what, regardless of where you stand on immigration and migrants and their rights. This is bigger because of militarism.
Yeah.
And so it can start here. But where does it end? And so I think people are short-sighted. It's beyond deporting illegal migrants.
Yeah.
It's about our safety. Because we're seeing U.S. citizens, regardless of how you feel about them protests, they're being murdered.
Yeah.
And they're trying to justify these homicides. And that's very scary because right now it's about illegal migrants. But then once they move from that, then they can use the militarization of National Guard, ICE, Border Patrol to try to curtail the rights of other groups.
Yeah.
So that's why this is bigger than just what's going on with ICE and deportation.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And that's why we need programs like this, brother. Oh, you have been on with me, going on 5 years for Pick TV Network. Have done the Prison Freedom Show, turned that into almost 40, 50 episodes, brother. Oh, when we come back from this commercial break, I want you to talk about that, um, and share a little bit of your story, man, and you know how you have been now a productive citizen society and still pushing for change, man. Still meeting with the brothers and sisters who behind bars and giving them hope and inspiration, man. And you know, trying to make an example of what you can be when you do come out, man. And somebody needs to hear that. We're going to be right back after this, folks. Don't touch the dial. You watch the special presentation from the Pick TV Network from Washington, D.C. all the way to Chicago. And we're talking about some wonderful legacy moments that we have been blessed down through our lifetime to see the right Reverend Jesse Jackson. And I want to give a lot of shout out to my man Stephen A. Smith, who took his broadcast today and said some amazing things. So Stephen A. did a wonderful job today.
Earlier this morning at the age of 84, longtime member, Omega Psi Phi fraternity, my frat, no doubt, civil rights iconic leader, protege of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. All of the superlatives that you could throw out for an individual, particularly this time of year, Black History Month, you certainly can throw out about Reverend Jesse Jackson. I remember a few years ago when he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, and he told me about that because we spoke not frequently, but certainly on several occasions over the years. Watching his health debilitate and what have you certainly wasn't the greatest thing to see this iconic figure, this giant of a man, considering all that he has strived to do for the Black community and for America throughout the years, to see him in that state. And so as we sit here today, I feel obliged, or obligated rather, to speak up on behalf of this man, to remind folks of who he was and what he's meant for so long to the Black community. Not just because of his commitment to civil rights, to his upliftment of the Black community, but how he strived to bring various communities together through the Rainbow Push Coalition, along with other things that he was doing. Remember that he was not once, but a two-time presidential candidate for the United States of America. Remember in 84, when he ran for office, he came in third place. Remember in 88, when he ran again, he came in second place for the Democratic nomination for the presidency of the United States, losing respectively to Walter Mondale and others, along with Michael Dukakis in 1988. Had there not been a Reverend Jesse Jackson, there may have never been a President Barack Obama. And a lot of times we hesitate to connect the dots with history, and on far too many occasions, our willingness to do so occurs posthumously for the individual as opposed to when they were alive. And that's why there's with some sadness that I address his passing today, because on one hand, he is an individual that a lot of people, for obvious reasons, have a profound level of appreciation for, obviously including myself. There were other times in life where he's butted heads with some of us, including myself, over positions he would take and what we may have disagreed with or whatever, but we ultimately always came together and had a discussion. And as a result, we walked away edified, feeling more respect for one another than we ever thought we'd be able to. And to see him in his latter years walk around and people would shake his hand, they would talk to him, but you always got the impression that no matter how much respect we all had for him, we never showed the level of appreciation that we should have had for him. And I don't know if there's any of us outside of his family and his closest confidants who are not guilty of that. But on this day, we certainly will make sure to do just that. He's
one of the greatest, moments in life is when you leave this planet and you fulfill your calling. And I think you said it so profoundly, Brother O. It's in your blood. It never leaves you. You're going to do that because that's what the course that God put you on. That's what you were born to do. You found your place of your destiny, dynasty, and legacy. A great preacher preached that before he passed away. And he preached that your destiny is when you arrive. Your dynasty is when you reign, and your legacy is what you leave behind. And I never forgot that. That's been over almost 30 years. And to realize that Reverend Jackson's life was so impacted to people around the world, Brother O, that every social media is lighting up like, man, news media, social media, all outlets, man, stopping to give homage to this man's life. I can remember we had the Dr. Martin Luther King 60th celebration in Washington, D.C., and I was there at the Lincoln Memorial. Matter of fact, right behind me, the Lincoln Memorial, Jefferson Memorial downtown where I live in Washington, D.C., we were honoring Dr. King, and Jesse Jackson was on the stage. He was there. You never forget those moments. You never forget those moments. So, brother, I wanted you to talk to everybody, man, about our relationship, man. You working with me with the PIC TV network and the Prison Freedom Show, man, and what that meant to you when you saw me interviewing you for the first time 4 or 5 years ago, and I told you I had a vision to start a Prison Freedom Show, and you asked me what was that, and I said that's talking to people who came out of prison and sharing their stories and giving other folks life, and you said, can I help you with that? And I said, man, don't burn me, because I've never been in prison. I don't know how that feels. I've never been in that life before. And I gave you a shot, man. That's one of the greatest things I could ever do. I got a trophy for you right there. Man, you have done so much.
Okay,
I'm
coming.
Okay,
I'm coming. Oh, I don't want to let you know. I'm going to be in D.C. next month.
I'm coming. You know we gonna get together. You know that, man.
No, so March 6th to the 8th, I'm going to be there.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm going to be at a human rights conference in Washington.
Wow. Well, we can't wait till you get here, man. I'm looking forward to putting out the red carpet, the blue carpet, the gray carpet, the brown carpet, all the carpets for you, brother. Coming to DC. But yeah, tell everybody why the Prison Freedom Show was so dear to you, man, and some of the greatest shows we ever had was you coming on, bringing people on, man.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of journalism. I used to watch Charlie Rose, and I can't remember the guy's name right now, but he had a show called Like It Is. And I used to watch that. Can't think of his name right now. But I've always been a fan of journalism, and even though I don't agree with a lot of his ideas or takes on things, but even Bill O'Reilly, because I didn't agree with some of his talking points, but the way that he debated I felt like was it was an art. So I've always liked journalism, and so to actually be part of the PIC TV network and to be co-host of the Prison Freedom Program, it meant a lot to me. And then also to be able to co-host at times Hello America. Yeah, it's been a pleasant experience for me, and to talk about topics that are important to me, and to have people on here that we've interviewed some people here from Chicago and abroad that I know, and I felt like they were saying something important, and that the world needed to hear that, and we were able to give them that platform. And that's just the type of person that I am, because being in prison and being in a place where the goal is basically to silence you, to make you invisible. And so to have the opportunity to make people visible and to allow them to be heard is an honor for me to do. And so to have the PIC TV Prison Freedom Show be that platform to be able to provide that for people, was just has been a pleasant experience. And I've also tried to do that even with poetry, and even some of the events that I've held here in the Chicago area, to have the relationships that I've had with organizations that have come to me and say, hey, Orion, we would like to help us, put together this event. And, who are the people that you feel like should, could be part of this or help facilitate that? Or I've even had times when I would reach out to organizations that I had a relationship with, and I'd say, hey, this person is coming to town, or there's someone that I believe that should have a platform or a space to be able to speak to people or perform, and then they would actually give me the money to do it. That provided them with that space. So I always try to do that in any capacity that I can. In this platform, this program has allowed me to do it.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you, Brother O, because, man, you have transformed PIC TV Network. I can remember the Jerusalem gangster coming on, man. The brother who had life in prison. You had women who came on before on the show, man, and gave hope to so many people, bro. Can you tell the world, man, those who are watching right now, when you came out, and I know you were working at the homeless shelter at that time, helping brothers and sisters from there, and then you got another job, and then you got another job. You kept building and coming out now, man, being there with Mom. How do you view the world now, Brother O? How do you look at the world now?
One thing I can say is that, and my mother, she tells me this all the time. She's like, you living your best life. She says that all the time, like, you living your best life. And I believe that because everybody doesn't necessarily believe in a higher power or whatever, but I believe that there's some force that has been directing me, even while I was in prison. My whole life, to be honest with you, like some of the things, and I tell this to, some of the people who are in my classes, that everything that I'm doing now, I already had the ability to do. I already had that gift. The gift of poetry, power of words. I inherited from my father. My father's a poet. I never knew that my father was a poet until after I got locked up. And I had already begun writing poetry. So we never shared that with one another. And then when I got out, my aunt which is his sister, she sent me an old poem that my father wrote when I was like 10 years old. I was around 10 years old. And it was on my birthday. He never shared it with me, but he wrote it and she kept it and then she sent it to me. And it was about me. So it was something that I inherited from my father. But something has been directed me. So I had that ability, but then also what I do now as a nonviolence trainer and being an instructor, I already had that ability. I was already doing those things to a certain extent when I was younger, before I got locked up. And then when I went to prison, I was facilitating programs. So something's been directing me all this time. The energy and the ability that I had, and then I wasn't using necessarily in a positive way, has just been shifted and directed so that it can be used in a positive manner and make a positive contribution to my community. That's it. So I tell the people who are in my classes that you already have a gift, and you may not have tapped into it, or you might already be using it, but you might not be using it in the best productive way.
Yeah.
So that's just the world. How I see the world, how I view it, or rather my life, something that's already been directed me. Because you said it. My first full-time job. I was working at what people call a homeless shelter, but it was a transitional living center for homeless men. And so Dr. King, one of the three evils, is racism. Well, the three evils is racism, militarism, and poverty. And so we're talking about the homeless now. So that was my first job. My first job was working with the homeless. And then I stepped into my next job as a nonviolence trainer, basically teaching Dr. King's philosophy of nonviolence, meaning that, I'm expected to be a representation and the embodiment of Dr. King in my work. And when I step out into these communities, it's not by chance. And working with formerly incarcerated, working with organizations that try to implement higher education in the prison system. And now I've just been hired to work in the community where I grew up in all the rest.
Wow. Amazing, man. I'm so proud of you, man. The strides that you have made, Brother O, has been amazing. And being there for Pick TV Network and being my right-hand man to shoot almost 40 shows with us in the last few years, man, and always be there. Even tonight, man, I said I need you to co-host with me on this show. I'm there. Taking time out, and I know you're busy, man, to come on with me tonight. Pick TV Network fans around the world, you're watching a special presentation. I'm on with my brother O from Chicago, and we wanted to do something special on Pick TV Network to remember the life and legacy of the Rev.Jesse Jackson, the right Rev.Jesse Jackson, for what he done to touch the world and to make the world a better place. And we love the slogan he had, keep hope alive. We have to do that. We have to keep hope alive, especially when we're going through today. We need each other. We need to support each other. We need to encourage each other. We need to, be there to make sure that we are our brother's keepers. We're going to be back with some closing words right after this. Don't touch that dial. You're watching the Pick TV Network.
I can see the light of a clear blue morning.
We are excited about over 1,455,355 views
and still growing on Dolly Parton's new music video Light of A Clear Blue Morning featuring Lainey Wilson, Miley Cyrus' Queen Latifah, Reba McEntire also featuring Amos Evans on the background vocals. The song is an absolute hit, and it's no surprise with such incredible talent involved. Congratulations to everyone involved in this amazing project. We're happy for Amos Evans' big moment, singing on this historic milestone video that has a worldwide audience. What a blessing.
It's gonna be okay. See the light of the clear blue morning. I can see the light.
So here's the thing. As an arranger, producer, and programmer, I have to be nimble because edits and deliverables happen fast. When it comes to touring and television, having a mobile studio setup is essential, right? With the new Akai MPK version 4, the new key bed and the new features allow me to not miss a beat when I'm making a beat. You should check it out.
What's it like being an MD at an arena? It's a very, very unique position. Again, you got to have a lot of full spectrum understanding of cross-disciplinary items, because there's pyro, there's staging, there's lighting, there's dimensions, there's content, there's LED wall, there's a lot of production elements, right? Massive production elements that you got to kind of have to figure out how to collaborate, communicate, and to contribute from a musical standpoint as a floor general, right? To help the greater production be successful.
You got me on my knees, on my knees, on my knees, 'cause I need that, babe. Ooh, we talk to God and wait. I must have prayed so well for it. I swear on it.
Thank y'all again for helping out on this project today. I think we're gonna keep it simple. So I think we're gonna keep it simple and cut maybe one department at a time.
Show me things I never saw. Wait, know why? Real life came in my heart.
It was a historical moment at Tiny Desk as Stephen Evans brought together an all-star band for Coco Jones. It was amazing, and also to see the young people come together to celebrate a wonderful time at Tiny Desk, to have amazing singers to sing on the program. That's amazing. You know, Coco Jones is one of the top singers out today with the young people, and to have Stephen Evans to fly in from California and to put together an all-star band. Shout out to him. Shout out to Mariah, who was also singing like an angel, and she's has her signature at the Tiny Desk. And to see the young people again in the highlight of their life, celebrating a wonderful time to perform at the Tiny Desk, the worldwide stage, over 1 million people watching the videos. Amazing. Shout out to also Amos Evans, who flew in from Nashville, Tennessee, my youngest son, to be the vocal coach for this special event. So I want to give a shout out to both of my sons. Many of you don't know, but you're going to know now that Steve-O, the producer, is my son. He lives in California. He is the person who works with Coco Jones for her productions, songs, and all of that beautiful stuff she does. At the Tiny Desk, when she came to Washington, D.C., you just saw a segment of that. I was there. My son flew in from California to put together the whole band, all the rehearsals, laid down the music, and Coco Jones sang and blew it away. You guys got to watch it. Over 1 million people already watched that. And then I also want to send a shout out to my youngest son, Amos Evans. You saw him sing with Dolly Parton. He flew in from Nashville, Tennessee to be the vocal coach. and also sending a lot of love out to him. And to go back to California to my son Stephen again, when Coco Jones sang the great Lift Every Voice and Sing, that she sang that song, but the secret is my son rehearsed with them and rehearsed with the team and helped to get it where it was. And he's not going to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you, it was an amazing blessing. The whole world watched that Super Bowl presentation by Coco Jones. But I want to give a shout out to my son, Steve, producer, who works with her, and also my son, Amos, who is the vocal coach for a lot of the big stars. And I'm so proud of my sons. And it's because of people like Rev.Jesse Jackson, who paved the way for me. Now I can pave the way for other young people, like Brother O and others that come on Pick TV Network. And I'm so proud to be the president of a television network and to have our own information that we can come on and share with you guys around the world and do our own segments, and nobody can tell us, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that. we can have our content, and we had to do something for the Reverend Jesse Jackson on Pick TV Network, and we're going to replay this. And let me bring Brother O up as we close out this segment. Brother O, man, Black History Month is here, man. You got to give us a poem, man. I know you can give us something off the cuff, man. I don't put you on the spot, man.
Oh, man. That's going to be kind of hard, man. It's going to be kind of hard, man.
We get you on the next one.
Yeah, now we got to do, man. Black History Month. We got to do a poetry special, man. Black History Month, man. I'll get you Black History.
Wow.
We got to do that, man. Before the month's over there, we almost over. We got to do it, man.
Yeah. I would love it, man. You put it together. And congratulations. I saw something online with you had won an award, man. It was some type of program, and you won first place, man. I saw you your name up there, man.
Yeah.
How is Mom doing, man? We gotta give a shout out to Mom.
Oh man, she's doing well. She's doing well. I don't really get a chance to do that much. Now that I'm working this job, doing similar work. You're just in my community. I was born and raised like literally. I work on the neighborhood. In the house. I grew up in right there. So I see the house where I grew up all the time.
Wow.
All the time. So I don't get a chance to see her every now and then. I've been working this job for about 3 weeks now. So she'll call me and say, "Hey, I ain't seen you in a while, but she's doing all right. She's doing all right."
Hey man, give me that information. You coming to DC, man? When you get here, I will be there, and we're gonna have a good time, man. You got the best pizza down there. We can't have no pizza. We got a place called Uno's up here, and then my man Grant Thompson got DC Chi-Town pizza. So we'll find some good food for you to eat when you come here, man. I can't wait, Brother O.
You gotta find me a poetry set. Down there too. So it's gonna be the Human Rights Conference. For Amnesty International. They have an annual general meeting, and it will be in Washington. Last year was in Washington. This year, so I'm excited to come to Washington and be part of that. It's wonderful. I don't know how much the ticket might be. If you get a ticket for one of those days, you're going to see a lot of people. We talk about people from all over the country, all over the world. Last year, I met some people from Brazil, and they were talking about how racism exists in Brazil that a lot of people don't know about, like the law enforcement and how they target black people in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
So I met a lot of people from all around the world. It was a wonderful experience last year in Detroit, and it's going to be the same this year in Washington. So if you could just come even for one of those days, it would be worth it.
Yeah, I'm coming, man. when you come to my city, man, my face is the ticket. You come to Washington, D.C., so, you know, every event I interview the stars, man. When I show up, you know, with Pick TV, that I get all access. So you just let me know where it's at. I'll be there. We'll be there, man, and we're gonna have a good time. Just let me know where it's at, and I'll make some calls, and we'll be there, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to see you, Brother O. And we can have a good time, man. You come to DC for this big event, man, and I'm so excited about it. And thank God for this broadcast tonight, man. Thank God you came on. And those who are watching right now, Pick TV Network, we are so happy for all of our audience who watching our shows and programs. Continue to look at the repeats of this. Me and Brother O, we love to come on, man, and share information with you guys and to inform, inspire, and encourage everybody who's watching. You guys, share this link and like and share. When you see it on YouTube, when you see it on Facebook, when you see it on any social media platform, like and share. We have over 500,000 people. It's 500,000 people who watched us on the Pick TV Network Spotlight on YouTube. Pick TV Spotlight on YouTube. And we were so amazed that this year our numbers are growing so fast. We're going to hit 1 million on YouTube. And we want to thank YouTube for highlighting us, sending the email, and we're seeing all of these wonderful viewers out there who's watching our Pick TV Spotlights on YouTube, and we got the analytics to back it up. So if you go over to Pick TV Spotlight, look at our most popular videos, and you see some crazy numbers like 25,000, 10,000, 85,000, crazy in one video. You'll see them all over there in Pick TV Network. So thank you for your time. We'll see you next time. Y'all know where to look at. Pick TV is the place to be. I want to send a shout out all the wonderful people from Chicago. Love you, Brother O, and to the Reverend Dr. Jesse Jackson, one of a kind. He's gone but never forgotten.
Jesse Jackson is the figure who probably most represents the transition from civil rights politics to electoral politics for African Americans.
Jesse Jackson was born in Greenville, South Carolina on October 8, 1941.
Riding the back of a bus, having black and white water fountains, not being able to eat in a restaurant with white people. He saw those injustices, and I think it is a lesson that he never forgot his entire life.
In high school, he was class president and a football star. He went on to the Agricultural and Technical College of North Carolina.
Jackson met his wife, Lavinia Brown, while he was in college. The couple married in 1962. Jackson and his wife had 5 children together.
Jackson earned a sociology degree in 1964.
And he excelled, but there were demonstrations, there were marches, there were protests. He was caught up in that movement.
After college, Jackson went to work with Dr. Martin Luther King's Southern Christian Leadership Conference.
He joined him in Selma, Alabama on that horrific march and clash with the police.
He was with King when King was assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee at the Lorraine Motel.
After King's assassination in April 1968, Jackson split from the SCLC leadership. He moved to Chicago and in 1971 formed Operation Push.
To make sure that white store owners in the black community did their part of hiring black clerks. You're going to either hire some African Americans in your store or we're going to have a boycott. And he did that, and it was quite effective.
Jackson's efforts generated national and international headlines, and in 1979 he traveled to South Africa to speak out against apartheid.
And Jesse Jackson came to Israel to support the Palestinian cause. He starts using the same phrases he used in the United States. I am somebody. Say it with me. I am somebody. And they're repeating this in Arabic.
In 1984, he formed the Rainbow Coalition to fight for equal rights for everyone. That group later merged with Operation Push. That same year, Jackson ran for president. He came in third in the Democratic primaries. Then in 1988, he ran and lost again.
He told me, he says, I know I'll never get elected president. I know it's not possible for a black man to get elected president. And of course, that wasn't true.
When the returns came in 2008 and Obama was on the stage, there were shots of Jackson with tears in his eyes.
Jackson is a Baptist minister and civil rights leader who continues to fight for equality. His oldest son, Jesse Jackson Jr., served in the U.S. House of Representatives.
The friend of the downtrodden, friend of African Americans, and that's the role he's played. He is always there. When there's trouble, Jesse's going to come.
Thank you for watching this PIC TV Network special presentation. We hope that the insightful content provided valuable information and entertainment to our esteemed viewers. Your support and viewership are essential to the success of our network. To make a donation, go to watchpictv.com or scan the PIC TV QR code. Help us build the PIC TV Studio World Training Center.
Hey, my friend, this is David Evans, President PIC TV Network. I want to thank you for your time today coming into our PIC TV Network virtual studio presentation designed for you. Listen, on this presentation today, as you go through the virtual studio, we want you to learn 3 things. First of all, to have the best audio so people can hear you, the best video so people can see you, and also to find your sweet spot. Your sweet spot is when you're recording a particular program or show, to find that spot that's so good, that $1 million position, $1 million place, that when you get there, everybody's locked in and they don't want you to leave. Now, we also... Friend, this is David Evans, President PIC TV Network. Have you ever wanted to come on television and sell your products or services, or just come on television to have your own show? Well, PIC TV is the place to be. It's the people's investment channels. We're on Roku and all social media platforms. For more information, go to our email. That's the PICTVnetwork@gmail.com. That's THEPICTVnetwork@gmail.com. Or our website at www.watchpictv.com. Thank you for your time. I'll see you on the big screen. Hey, you made it to another show on the PIC TV Network, the end of another show. We got more programs and shows to share with you. And if you want to be a part of something great, go to our website. That's www.watchpictv.com. And guess what? You can be a part of our TV shows and programs. Now, if you're a book author this month, because it's Black History Month, we're bringing some book authors on to showcase your book on the PIC TV Network. Yes, if you are a book author, this is the place to be. Scan the QR code so you can come on. And we're getting 10 authors, 10 new book authors. We're going to sponsor you to come on, and we're going to spotlight you and spotlight your book on PIC TV Network. Want to do that for just those who are watching right now. So thank you for your time. PIC TV is the place to be. Stay tuned for our next shows, programs coming up. Keep watching PIC TV. It is your network. Queens, what's the TV network y'all going to be watching?
PIC TV Network.